Hi everyone, this is Pcm.Agostinho and we are wrapping up the season, basically, our first season with our only Portuguese riders career to try and get to the World Tour. And I didn't show you the transfers, but they were pretty straightforward. We were able to get a lot of interest from Yuri Leitão, that was our main target. Um, but because I wanted to sign uh, I wanted to sign all guys to just 1 year contract because I really want to have the necessary cap space to sign um Morgado and Tavares at the end of next season. I really didn't want to commit too much to Yuri Leitão, so I had to pay him a bit more to get him on the team in just 1 year contract. So he's winning a lot more than all his companions on the team, all his colleagues. But yeah, we got a really good sprinter, and he can still improve. So really good sprinter. I mean, for continental level, that is. So he is 75 sprint, 76 acceleration, 73 flat. Stamina is not great, so that's not really good. But to win the continental 1.2, 2.2 races, to win races there, win stages. I think he has a really good chance. So it's a massive improvement to what we had before. There is no doubt about it. And we were basically able to sign every guy we had in our dossiers. We were able to sign all those guys, and not spending that much to do it. Um, we were able to get André Carvalho. He's an improvement on our team, no doubt about it. But he's not. He doesn't have that much potential, so I don't think he has a lot of future here. I mean, we might keep him because might be still at the top 20, 25 riders, Portuguese riders we can afford. But he doesn't seem to be a guy that's going to evolve a lot. We were able to also to get Tiago Antunes, a guy who's pretty reasonable mountain and hills, especially for this continental level. He doesn't have a ton of potential left, just a bit of, as a puncher and as a baroudeur, and that's about it. But again, going to be a big upgrade to what we had. Uh, we also got Martin Gil. He's got huge potential in sprint, but he's got 28 years old, so I'm not sure he's going to reach that potential. But he's reasonable in sprint, 70 sprint, 71 flat, so he can be a good lead out man at least to our guy Yuri Leitão. And we will also have another guy who can help in that department. I'm just gonna go first to Gonçalo Carvalho, who is a puncher, reasonable on mountain, not great, but a lot better than what we had again. Uh, Also doesn't have much potential, but again, the best we can find so far. Uh, and this is the other guy in sprint that we have that can be a good lead out man to Yuri Leitão and can also win some races at the continental level when they are only mostly Portuguese teams, because it's probably one of the best sprinters of Portuguese teams. That is. And he's still got potential, but he's got 32 years old, so I'm not sure he's going to reach this potential. Probably not. But I don't know. I never had this situation before where I have a rider with 32 years old that still has a lot of potential. So we'll see what happens. Speaking about potential, we got this guy here who has a ton of potential. He's one of the young riders with more potential. And what's interesting here is that he has a lot of potential as a sprinter. He's only 67 sprint, 68 mountains, 69 hills, but he has uh, a lot of potential as a sprinter. So we'll probably start training him as a sprinter when he enters the team, and we'll try to focus on that as well. We ended up re-signing Saavedra. I kind of regret this because I could have gotten some decent prospects 18 years old Portuguese guys that maybe have potential to be really good. And I spent my last few points to open conversations with writers with Saavedra, so I cannot sign anyone else. Even though I still had space to have one or two signings by um, the minimum salary, but yeah. And Elder Gonçalves, also a guy. He's young, but doesn't have a lot of potential. 69 mount and 66 sales. To me, isn't that great. It's probably going to be more of a helper to Tiago Antunes. That is going to be our main guy for the GCs that we'll play on with 71-71. And what else we got? Well, then the other guys are mostly the guys we already had on the team that were already signed for another year. So we got André Domingos and Marcelo Salvador, Vinícius Rodrigues, Luís Cabral, and actually Cabral is signed for another year. We had with a 3-year contract when we started this career mode, so we're stuck with him for at least 2 more seasons. Also signed this guy, Daniel Lima. He doesn't look great now, but he has a lot of potential as a puncher, as you can see. If we can fulfill that potential, yeah, it's going to be really good. Also, only sign him for 1 year because I think we can still get him next year. We can maybe re-sign him and don't spend that much. And we can then have him for more 3 years. And after those 3 years, he should probably be a really decent rider if he fulfills his potential. Then we got just Gouveia and Almeida. They're already in the team. They'll stick with the team. And yeah, this is it. This is basically going to be the team. Obviously, it's a big upgrade to what we had. We should have it should be a lot more easy to get our team objectives with this squad. That is for sure. Hopefully, you can get that max, that super success with our sponsor, and then we can get the big objective here at the end of next season, and that is to sign these 2 monsters in potential. Not João Almeida. João Almeida is already a monster right now and has a monstrous salary as well, so it's a bit out of reach. But yeah, Morgado. He is the guy we want to have, and he is evolving quite quick, and that might be an issue. It's going to be, if he keeps evolving like this, if at the end of the next season he's like 77, 78 or something like that, it's going to be really hard to sign him. So that might be an issue with Morgado. However, the good news is that Tavares isn't evolving that quickly, so he's still 70, 67. So maybe at the end of the season, next season is probably 73, 72, and if he's within that range, I think we can sign him, and I think we can probably sign him, not spending a lot of money, maybe 10, 12k around that, and that would be really good. Morgado's going to be a bit tougher. If he evolves a lot, probably looking at more 30k or something. And that is if we can get him interested in our team. That might be also a problem. And yeah, but we got the salary space to sign all these guys. We only have 1 guy tied up for the next season. Our scout is gonna leave at the end of the season. We are paying him like 8k, and yeah, he's not doing much for us. In terms of scouting, we saw there's 1 guy here who has a bit of potential. It's this guy, but yeah, he's still not that amazing. Maybe he has potential as a sprinter, maybe not. So we don't really know how good he can be, and I really would like to sign him, but as you can see, I spent all my points. I got no points. Still got salary space to sign. I'm thinking he probably would have not cost more than 3k. So, but yeah, we don't have enough points to open discussions, so we cannot sign him. I even thought about opening an under 23 team, but I'm not sure it's going to be that great to do it. If you could get these guys with higher potential, all Portuguese guys, maybe it would be interesting, but I'm not sure. Then I'm not sure if you can cancel this the under 23 team before the end of the season. And yeah, I want to have money tied up in this, and I don't think this is really that profitable. Hopefully, the best guys there in the scouting department, hopefully they get signed by some other Portuguese team and they stay in the database, and maybe we can pick them up later. Yeah, but for now we'll advance. We'll try to see the team. I forgot to see the team index. Let's see that. Let's just see that. Yeah, we already got the new guys here. I'm pretty sure we're gonna stay Continental. We're not gonna go Continental Pro, I don't think. Even though we were there a while ago, but yeah, that was just at the start of the signing period. We just don't have enough to do it. I didn't really expect otherwise. So yeah, we're gonna stay here 48. Certainly an improvement to what we had before. I think we were like 70 something, 78 or something like that. So yeah, we improved the team quite a bit. Even though we don't have guys tied up for the next few years, we probably, if we don't spend that much, if we're able to get more Morgado and Tavares and don't spend that much with them, if we spend like 40k with them, maybe we can sign quite a lot of these guys. I think we need to have at least 10 guys in our team. That would be the minimum, the absolute minimum. And if we go to Continental Pro with those guys, and I think we might just do it, but if we get them those two, we probably should have at least 14, 15 riders, which is more or less what we have now. Yeah. And what else can we do here? We can now... This guy is probably leaving at the end of the season. We can... Okay. He has contract to the end of the year. We cannot sack him right now, but he'll leave soon. Hands Records. One cheap doctor, we can keep him. Let's look at the guys here in terms of training. Training style wise, modern and groundbreaking are essentially what we need. And then we got some of the young guys, we don't really know what style. Daniel Lima has a lot of potential, and Pedro Silva as well, and we don't really know what kind of style they want to ride with. Just gonna change Pedro Silva to a sprinter because we saw that was what his strong suit in terms of potential. These guys don't really matter. I mean, Elder Gonçalves will put him. Let's look here. Probably best to just see this here. So has a bit of potential as a climber, as a puncher. His training. I mean, yeah, we can put him stage racer for now. Let's see these guys. Climber. Tiago Antunes doesn't have a lot of potential. Still a bit of potential there as a puncher, so we'll put him training as a puncher. And this guy doesn't have a lot of potential as well. Barodur, I guess, well, whatever. Bit of a puncher, I think. So he has more sprinter, whatever. And here, probably time trial. It's not that great time trial, so yeah, that seems to be the only area where he can improve. I'm just gonna put stage racer. Maybe he can still improve a bit on the as a climber or something like that. André Carvalho, and he has a bit of potential as a puncher, a bit of potential as a climber, and as a time trialist. So putting stage racer here as well. Red Minx, perhaps, yeah, puncher. Okay, he's more of a puncher than a climber. Already saw electrical solves. Rafael Gouveia doesn't really matter that much. And yeah, Yurilito certainly as a sprinter. Daniel Lima, puncher for sure with that high potential. Sprinter for Martin Gil. Sprinter for João Matias. As for Vinicius Rodrigues, maybe stage racer is okay. He's got very little potential in pretty much every category. Saavedra, yeah, maybe as a puncher, maybe as a stage racer. Marcel Salvador, yeah, maybe a stage racer, maybe a sprinter. Seems to be pretty capped here, and Pedro Silva already put him as a sprinter as well. So we're done here with these guys. So let's see if we can get I mean, groundbreaking may make sense, but Yuri needs a modern coach to keep improving, so we'll probably go with a modern coach, the cheapest one we can get, basically. So modern, if there's a Portuguese guy, that would be ideal, but probably not. We'll have to hire a guy from another nation. No Spanish guys. And there's a French guy. It's not too far away, so maybe we can go with them. Or you could go to one guy from Africa, maybe. Maybe, why not? Maybe South Africa, why not? So, got a modern guy. And I think financially we can certainly sign another coach. Maybe a coach of groundbreaking coach. Again, spending as little as we can. We have a Spanish guy, Nastia Bulaic. Not a very Spanish name, but okay. No Portuguese guy again, so maybe gonna go with this Spanish guy that sounds a lot more like a. We also got this guy here, Paco Iofreza. So this one sounds more like a Spanish guy, so we're gonna go with them. Why not? So okay, and they are just signed until 2024. That's okay. Our scout's gonna leave. Our doctor is gonna stay, and yeah, that's gonna be it. We're probably gonna go now, and we have to assign our trainers as well. Since we hired them, might as well put them training our riders. I think might make a bit of sense. Okay. Okay, Wells should be training immediately. Okay, Pedro Silva as well. It doesn't hurt to put this guy training as well. And also Elder Gonçalves. Let's see the still 7 and 6, so probably can put them training all these guys. So let's see if the effectiveness is at the top still, so that's okay. So we're going to move in until the end of the year and then see what the next season brings us. And here we are at January the 1st. So first thing I want to see is what are going to be the team's objectives. So let's see what we got. So we got the top 10 on gravel and tar, which is basically um, a flat, sort of bit of a not so flat, but I mean mostly flat race. So and not too long, so that's probably going to be good for a guy like one of our sprinters to get a top 10 there. Then we got Figueira that already raced last year and is going to be probably going to have a tough field, but we are more capable this year to compete with those second tier guys of the World Tour teams. We need to get a stage win here at Volta Algarve, so that's going to be an immediately pretty hard task, considering all the World Tour teams that are usually in that race that is actually going on uh, right now. As I'm recording this, we need to win the Clássica da Rábida. Always hard to win a Clássica, but with the team that we have this year, I think we have a good chance to achieve this objective if we program most of our punches to that race. And I think Volta Alentejo, we won the stage there last year. I think we won the first stage, and it seems to be basically the same profile for the race. So we won last year with that team. We can certainly win a stage this season as well. Pretty much a flat race there, 1.1. So that's a bit of a bigger objective. Bit of a bigger objective, no, it's 2 stars, but it's going to be more demanding in terms of the teams that might be there. And we want to win a stage here, it's only 1 star. And then again, we got the Grande Prémio Beiras e Serra do Show like we had last year. This year, I think we can win a stage. We have a better chance to do it, and we can even compete in this stage. I think with a guy like Tiago Antunes, if we have him with the objective here with a fitness peak, I think he can certainly be one of the favorites to win this stage. The field shouldn't be. Probably there are a lot of better climbers than him in the field of that race. Paris-Trois, flat, another one that might be good for Yuri Leitão. You won a top 3 in this race, and he has a bit of some cobbles here. So this one might be more suited for André Carvalho. I think he's reasonable in cobbles. So that's probably going to be his thing. And here we also got this objective from the previous season. Again, pretty much the same profile. I think this stage at least, if we can get in a break with a guy in good form, we can get that objective as well. And we got a few more objectives in July, so that's good. It's a good thing that here we only have 1 objective, and after July, so that gives us a few more chances to improve our budget and get good results. And I think we have a pretty good chance to get a lot of objectives out of the way. And as far as the team goes, let's see if anybody evolved during the off season. Let's just take a quick look. Apparently not a lot of evolution. Nothing stands out. So seems like these guys didn't improve a lot during the off season, but we don't have guys with a lot of potential. This season is going to be more about getting these objectives, improving our budget for next season, and then getting those big talents, getting those guys into the team, Tavares, Morgado, and then maybe depending on what budget we can still have, we can bring back some of these guys. Might be tough to get Yuri Leitão if he continues to improve. It might be difficult to get him and get Tavares and get Morgado all in the same team. I don't think we'll have salary space for all those guys. I mean, we might get salary for all those guys if they don't ask for much, but we need to have more than 3 riders on our team. So to get 12 to 14 riders, we probably will have to part ways with Yuri Leitão for now. Maybe we can sign him again in the future, in future seasons, but we might have to let him go. Then the other guys, we can sign him for about the same that they are getting right now. That might be a good option. Again, as you can see, only this guy Cabral is signed for the next year. He had a 3-year contract at the start of the career mode, so we kind of stuck with him. And yeah, I think this is going to be it for now. I'll have to do some work, define the objectives for the riders that of course are going to be centered a lot in the objectives of our sponsor. Those are really our main goals. In terms of our calendar, we have quite a lot of races. I might actually skip some of these. When I say skip, I just unregister from a few of them. I don't think we have quite enough guys to be out here and going through all this stage racing that we can get here. And we might try to get some invitations to bigger races. Yeah, that's probably going to be hard to achieve, but we can get in some 1.1 races. That would be pretty good. At getting results there might give us some extra points with our sponsor, and we might also get more closer to reaching the blue line right there. So just something to keep in mind. And yeah, it's probably going to be it. This research and development tank, we can try and handle this. I think it's really that big. So what do we want to go? Mountain wheels, okay. Redesign of the model, for sure, why not? Frames, and very bad, the C64 mountain very hilly stages, and we can't do much more than minor changes. Okay, so that's done. That's one thing out of the way. Yeah, and I'll have to focus on the objectives. And again, like I said, I'm going to do this not on the video, because I think it's kind of long and boring, and the video is already a bit long. So yeah, I think this is going to be it for now. Like and subscribe. Oh, Jesus. Okay, can I? It's like, I don't know which video it is, but it shouldn't be able to say that right now, right? Like the videos, subscribe the channel. Jesus. Ah, God. Okay, so see you soon. See you in the next one. Bye.